Hi, welcome to Divine Downloads. I'm your host, Cassandra Bodzak, and today we're going to dive into this autumn equinox and the upcoming Libra new moon on September 25th. We have our equinox on Thursday, September 22nd, and then the new moon on the 25th, following it up. And I just think the energy right now, especially with all the planets in retrograde, it's really profound. It's really beautiful. So let's dive in and stay tuned because I'm also going to share about something that I'm going to do, an activation I'm going to give you for free if you're interested in going deeper into this energy. So the fall equinox is this time, it's that ending of the kind of light, carefree days of summer and into a period that's a lot more introspective, right? As we're moving from summer into winter, we're we're now, things are slowing down. The Maybe we're not traveling as much, maybe the social obligations of the summertime, right? We have that energy, that collective consciousness around back to school season when it comes to the equinox. And there is that back to school energy, that energy of recalibration, that energy of realignment, that energy of reassessment. And especially right now, we have got so many planets in retrograde as we move into this fall equinox. It really is a recalibration, realignment time. So if you think about that energy of you just came back from summer break, right, when you were in school, and then you're kind of going back to school shopping, you're thinking about what's this next grade, whatever grade you're in, going to be like, right? You're getting your books together, you're getting your subjects together, you're finding out, going to school, finding out your teachers, finding out who's in your class. It's like this big shift and this moving into a new year, and there is um a collective energy around the fall equinox that really does feel like the start of a year for most of us, because since we were young, that was a time when it was back to school time. So we go through this transformational period of the summer, and then as the leaves start changing, as it starts getting colder, we head back to school. We head into the next grade. We head into new teachers, new challenges, new subjects that we're learning, right? And we take that energy with us long after we stop going to school. There still is this energy of the fall where the frivolous days of summer are coming to a close, and as the weather gets colder, or even, I live in California, so the weather doesn't even get that much colder, but as the days start becoming shorter again, we start having more of that balance of the light and dark. It's not staying as light out as it was during the summer. um we come back into that balance. It's almost like the ebb and the flow of the masculine and the feminine, the ebb and the flow of the busy and then the more patient, right? And so as we approach this equinox, it really is a time for us to reflect and say, see who we are now after we're closing this chapter of summer. What changed about us this summer? What did we experience? What did we learn? And recalibrate and realign as we move into this autumn fall energy, right? Asking ourselves, well, what are the things, what are the leaves that I'm going to let fall off of my tree? And the thing about the leaves in autumn is that the trees don't force the leaves to die, right? The trees don't force the leaves to fall, right? Sometimes you'll notice that a tree has a bunch of leaves on it, and it's kind of just waiting for that breeze to come, right? And the breeze is going to come, and then all the leaves are going to fall. And when we think about what we're releasing in our lives, it's a similar energy. It's not so much that we have to micromanage or force ourselves to release something. It's instead asking ourselves, what are the leaves or the things in our life that have already dried out, that have already died, right? And then just allowing the space for whenever that breeze comes to take them away, so that we're not grasping, we're not holding on to them, right? But we're also, just it's more of an acknowledgement of, what have I transcended? What am I no longer? What no longer is in alignment? What no longer fits for me as I move into this fall equinox, right? What am I going to leave behind? What am I going to let fall to the ground? So that I can once again, it's like the barren tree is like a tabula rasa, right? It's like I am a blank slate. And so from this blank slate, I can decide what now is going to come out and be an extension of me. Very similar if you remember being a kid and maybe going to summer camp or whatever you did during the summer, right? And then you come back into your next grade and you kind of decide, like, with your back to school shopping and maybe even internal monologue of like, who am I going to be, who am I going to be in the sixth grade this year, right? Like, what's the version of me that's going to walk into middle school, right? That's leaving the version of me that I was in fifth grade or whatever that grade is, right? We still have that energy as adults, right? It's looking back, okay, who's stepping into this fall, right, into this more serious energy, um that has, the equinox is this balance of light and dark, right? It is the balance of um the masculine and the feminine. So seeing those areas, where am I out of balance? Where have I detoured way too much into negativity? Where have I detoured into either compulsively taking action and not, sitting back and receiving and being in my intuition? Or where have I just been completely sitting back and not taking any action, right? It's about finding that balancing again, which is why I think it's really beautiful how we go from that autumn equinox energy straight into a Libra new moon, right? So we go into this, it's like we have this long weekend essentially of contemplation, where we start thinking to ourselves, okay, let's get back into alignment. Let's recalibrate. Let's let what needs to fall. Let's get clear on what am I moving forward with and what needs to be shed in order for me to continue to move forward with that. And then let's move into this new moon energy. And again, Libra, we have the scales, we have the balance, we have the peace, right? um Asking ourselves, so now with this energy of balance, now with this energy of both having the masculine and the feminine, having both the light and the dark, honoring both sides of me, right? Honoring the things I need to let go of and the things that I need to add to my plate, right? In that energy of balance, from that mental state of balance, and from that barren tree now that has a fresh start. Let's set those intentions for that Libra new moon from that place of balance, locking in whatever that intention is, whatever that vision is, whatever we're planting on that Libra new moon. We're planting it from that energy of balance. We're planting it with that energy of, what I like to call practical magic, right? So it's the energetic alignment with what we're desiring, and then taking the intuitive action steps towards it, right? That's what the real balance is. It's not just taking all of the logical or strategic actions that your mind is saying that you need to do to complete the task or reach the goal or whatever it is, right? um and it's not the opposite extreme of, kind of throwing it out there and then not doing anything and not tuning into what the aligned actions are, right? It's that beautiful balance of getting clear on what is the next chapter. What am I moving forward with right now as I move through this equinox portal, through this new moon portal, and then asking ourselves, and we really need to, as I tell my divinely design your life process students, you need to know yourself in this aspect, right? Only you can cheat you on this, right? So you need to know yourself. What is my balance? What does that look like? What does it look like when I'm equally focusing on my alignment and my energy and my quantum embodiment and my releasing of my fears and all of that, and taking those aligned actions, but taking the aligned actions from an intuitive place, not taking the aligned actions from a lack or a fear-based place, right? And so we have that opportunity right after the equinox with this new moon to now take these things that we've contemplated, um, and really plant this new seed moving forward with it. So, one of the things that I wanted to offer for this special time is I'm doing a free 7-day journey called the activation. So, every day, if you sign up for it, you'll get an email with a video that will be a lesson and a practice from me to help you energetically recalibrate to that vision, to help you tune deeper into that intuitive knowing, and to help you reinvigorate and claim your power and take that aligned action from that nourished and balanced place. So if that's something that you feel called to some extra support with, if that's something that you'd like to be held through for the week, we're going to kick off on the new moon in Libra, the kickoff on the new moon in Libra. So that'll be September 25th. You can sign up for free. I'll put the link in the notes. And I hope you join us for those 7 days to really recalibrate and anchor into this energy.